Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Ash here. It is Sunday night. All the games are finished since the international break now. We're going to touch a bit on the Barcelona game, touch a bit on the horrific officiating that's happened this weekend, which needs to be discussed. This cannot be just passed over. It needs to be spoken about because it's been terrible since the start of the Premier League's come back up, and it's getting worse. So, first of all, Johan Wissa has been ruled out for 4 to 5 weeks, which is what Keith Downey has tweeted today. I did watch basically the video of his knee injury when he was playing at the Congo. He kind of ran in towards the box. There wasn't anyone around him. There was no defenders near him. He was going to be being on goal. Went over, went down, instantly put his leg up. It looked very bad. We heard reports that he was back training and that he would be okay, but that's just incorrect. And we've had a massive injury blow, which is going to be out for 4 to 5 weeks. However, Voltemada did play for 60 minutes and looked good, looked very good. So we'll see how it goes. Also, it was rumoured to be an ACL injury. Thank God it isn't, because he would have been out for neon majority of the season. So thank the Lord for that. But yeah, there's been a lot of the players we've been linked to has been injured as well, which I don't know, it's a Newcastle thing, but at least it's not massive. 4 to 5 weeks is quite a long time, but it's not the end of the world. I think we can deal with having Nick Voltemada and bloody... I mean, I would say this, we're probably not going to have Asula as our backup forward, because we can probably do some rejigging around when we get Gordon back in the squad, because he can probably move into that more central. I prefer to have him there than Asula, because he's not looked great. Either way, yeah, there's that. So let's move on to this. So the Wolves game. This was about 20 minutes into the game or something. As you can see, it's the last man here. Harvey Barnes is. And what happens? He gets absolutely clotheslined in the side of his head. Bear in mind, a few later on in this game, like literally was like having, like just jumping on the floor in the box when there was a corner, and Dan Burn just like touched his chest like this, and he was like jumping down, and he kept on doing it. It's absolutely embarrassing. This is just one of the things. Was that a red? Yes, that is 100% a red card. No two ways about it. But obviously we won the game, so it's less important. If we didn't, it would be a massive talking point. Here, I'm not going to play the video because I don't know how much you can show in videos. I know. But basically, as you can see here, the keeper is pushing the defender straight into Van der Ven, who then apparently injures Walker Peters. But basically, this whole thing, it happens because the keeper pushes everyone over, and then PJ Malo came out and said, "Oh, it was Van der Ven's fault," but actually it wasn't. It was the keeper's doing that did this whole thing. We need to sort some of this stuff out again. And then also what happened later on in the game, there was another challenge in the box. I think it was Marva Panos. It was either on Romero. I think it was on Romero. Literally rugby tackle, like wrestled him, facing the complete opposite way to where the ball was from the corner. Tackled him to the ground. I mean, granted, it was made a bit of a mess up. I think it's Romero, or was it Van der Ven again? I don't remember. But either way, that was another one. But obviously they went to smash them 3-0, I think it was. But yeah, that's another thing that we can't let go undetected, because that was 2 more things that happened. And then here. So, what happened after this, the Chelsea-Brentford game? I was on the football terrace, we were talking about it, and I had to rewatch. I was rewatching the highlights quickly, just while people were talking, just because I want, because I saw at the very end of the game that they were checking something on VAR, and I didn't see what they were checking, so I wasn't sure. So I went back and had a look myself, and I think what they must have been doing is looking for an offside or something, or an interference somewhere else, or whether there was like a handball in all of this, or some sort of foul. But what they failed to look is Otara is 100% offside here. There's different angles and stuff, but as you can see, let's see if you can go this way, he's 100% offside. There's another angle which is from the side, but he is without a shadow of a doubt in the offside position. You could then say, people will then say, "Oh, it was from a throw-in. You can't be offside on a throw-in." That is correct, but Ayer heads the ball here. He gets the assist for this goal. He heads the ball. So now Otara is offside. He then goes here. As you can see, this is his foot. He goes to make a play for the ball, which is in the rules. If you come from an offside position and make a play for the ball, it's interfering with the play and is an offside call. So what he's done here with Reece James, he's interfered with Reece James. So this is 100% a disallowed goal. It should be disallowed for offside, and Chelsea should be winning this game 2-1. Absolutely shocking officiating, needs to be spoke about. Here, this is what happened today. The Burnley-Liverpool game. Ugachuko, he ended up getting sent off, but come on, man. Are we seriously about to say that this? We're about to say this is not a foul? How is this not a red card? Bro's ankle literally he's not meant to go that way. He's got a flipping L shape going on. Like, what's going on here? Again, shocking. And then people were saying, I can't remember who it was. There was another similar challenge, but it was only a yellow, I think, that one. But either way, going on to about the Thursday news with the Barcelona, Lamine Yamal has missed training and against Valencia, which is what they've got today. As you can see, literally just finished and they've smashed it 6-0. So yeah, that's slightly worrying. Lewandowski's just bagged 2 goals in. Rafinha got 2. Lopez got 2. Like, oh my, this was not what we wanted to see before Thursday. So there is a good chance he may not be able to play Thursday because they will be on the. They will probably be getting on a flight Tuesday to be settled in Tuesday, then play at St James's Park Wednesday for the game on Thursday. So if he's not on the plane on Tuesday, then he might be missing. So that's one good thing we can look forward to. Obviously, you don't want anyone to get injured, but Lamine Yamal is an unbelievable talent. So if he's not available for them, we'll be lucky. Granted, as you can see from this, they are absolutely smashing. They've just smashed Valencia. So yeah, and Marcus Rashford started. Here's some of the stats: 24 shots, smashed the possession. Obviously, we'll have high possession as well because we'll be at home. St James's Park is very different, as obviously PSG left to find. But let's have a quick little recap of some of the fixtures that happened over the weekend. We had the Arsenal 3-0. I basically, Zubimendi got 2 goals. The performance was okay. I think Arsenal, if I was an Arsenal fan, I'd be wanting more of the performance because they weren't massively clinical, apart from the Zubimendi's banging goals, and obviously Gyökeres got a tap in, a striker's finish, which is good for them, to be fair. Bournemouth has been looking absolutely crazy. Semenyo got a 3rd goal. Different. Brighton's doing a lot worse than I thought they were going to as well. Palace Sunderland, I thought Palace was going to win this game. Everton Villa has not scored in 4 games. This is crazy. I don't know what's happening to Villa, but they're in a crisis at the moment. Grealish, I really wasn't sure about this game. I felt like there was goals in this game, to be honest. Especially with how Grealish has been playing. Most assists in the league at the moment. Fulham Leeds. Yeah, Fulham got a nice... got 1-0. Also, I thought we were going to absolutely slap Wolves. To be fair, we had obviously, I went through the match preview about it, the post-match stuff afterwards. Obviously, we should have scored more. Tonali hit the post. You had the likes of what Harvey Barnes probably deserved to get us a free kick on the edge of the box, and they deserved to be down to 10 men. Like I said, the Spurs, the 3-0 Spurs, this should have been like 5 or 6-0. West Ham, I don't know what the hell's going on here, because they literally played this game with Lewis Paqueta up front in a false 9. I'll show this. Lewis Paqueta in a false 9. When you look at the bench, they have Callum Wilson and Fulkrug. Like, I don't understand what's going on. Like, Graham Potter's... I don't know what he's doing. Jared Bowen looked really good in this game, actually. But they need to sort something out now, otherwise they're going to be looking terrible. And in the Brentford-Chelsea game, like I said, this should have been at least 2-1 Chelsea. Cole Palmer came on, instantly made an impact. Obviously, there was some things about Garnacho on the back post. Yeah, I get that, but it's kind of weird. Like, I always said this, right? Where is it? So, on this here, you have 5 Chelsea defenders, and there is actually 2 Brentford players. I think there's actually one just behind that you can't really see. But if you have 5 Chelsea players all going for the ball and you do not get it, that's a big worry. You should not be doing 5 people to go for the ball and no one gets it. Bear in mind, like 3 of them or 4 of them didn't even jump. It was not the one. Yeah, Chelsea probably should have scored again earlier. Palmer missed another chance that he looked devastated. So I think it was very close, that one. Yeah, the Burnley-Liverpool, this game, my God. This game was stupid. Like, of course, like I said, Ugochukwu should have got sent off earlier. He got a second yellow at 85th, 4th minute. But this is when the challenge happened. 16 minutes in the game. It would have been very different. Kirkez got substituted on 38 minutes because he did the most stupid dive I've ever seen. Then he did another tackle, so he was very close to getting 2 yellows as well. And then Salah got a very late goal because Frimpong got brought on as a sub in the 90th minute and made basically an instant impact. He kicked the ball. Hannibal was on the edge of the box, kicked the ball, hit his hand. Handball, Hannibal. Match made in heaven, clearly. Unlucky name. They got gifted a win. This should have been a draw, but I guess it's what champions do. They just pull draws wins out of thin air. I guess they've always been good at doing late results. And what did I say? I said either a 2-0 or a 3-1 to Man City. It was a 3-0. A lot of Man United fans have been very disappointed with this. I think they had a pretty good performance in the second half, but obviously that was down to some parts of Man City taking their foot off the brakes a bit. But either way, you've got the likes of Erling Haaland looked absolutely amazing. Foden's came back, looked very good. He was in like the 10 role, very central where he likes to be. Where I personally think that's his best position, is centrally. I think that's kind of what the plan was after that he was going to be there and kind of take on the KDB role. He's looked very good, and as you can see from the lineup here, a lot of this. So you've got Diaz, Rodri, Bernardo Silva, Foden, Haaland. These are all still players that was in that treble winning season, so they've got an unbelievable spine. Doku played very well. Gigi Donnarumma, I've already said this, right? He's probably the best goalkeeper in the world, and he's only 26. Like, he's so young, and so Man City's just got like probably the best goalkeeper in the world, best striker in the world. I feel like they are going to be absolutely dark horses this season because people have rated them very low. Man United had a good game. They looked a lot better, to be fair, but my issue that I had with them is they didn't look cohesive in the final third together. Like, a lot of the balls were all coming to him and Buemo, and he was going to do shots and stuff. As you can see here, look, he had 1 out of 4 shots on target. He had 64 touches. Like, a lot of the stuff was coming through in Buemo. He did have a good game, but obviously he wasn't clinical. As you can see, Sesko, literally, so he played 80 minutes, 14 accurate passes, 20 touches. So most of the balls that came to him, and he only had 1 shot and it was off target. Most of the touches that came to him, he was just touching, either doing a 1-touch pass, or he was doing like 2 or 3 touches then passing it. He was really, really anonymous in this game. I think obviously when Cunha's here, he's going to be on the left and bring Ahmed back to one of the wings or something. It'll be a lot much different. I think there needs to start being a 3 partnership between Mbeumo, Sesko and Cunha. Fernandes, he needs to be put in a 10 role as well. Have Mainu behind him, because I don't know what, literally, right, Man United's best player for years has been Fernandes, and he gets put in this 8 role where he shouldn't be, man. He needs to be in the 10 role where he's being creative. That's where he used to tear it up and get assists and goals, and yeah. Also, Haaland, I said this, right, I said this man was going to be absolutely phenomenal because people have been underrating him. He just smashed 4 against, I know it was against Moldova or whatever, so it wasn't exactly great, but it was not about the level of competition, it's about the confidence it gives him, and he was playing with confidence today. So on average, he gets 21 touches last season, right? He had 31 touches, so he was much more involved in this game. He had 3 out of 5 shots on target. Obviously, he got 2 goals. Total shots 5. Looking at some passes. Expected goals 2, just under 2, which is obviously what he got. Honestly, unbelievable. And then Foden got a header, which I'm happy for. I hope he does get back to his club form because he's an amazing player. But yeah, interesting game to say the least. I think there were some positives to take from the Man United point of view. I'm not a big fan of the 3 at the back, to be honest. I feel like you end up getting deep wingers that are much deeper, and then have sort of like Ahmed and Mbeumo come in a bit. But me personally, I think having two central defenders and then wingers that can overlap as well, it allows you to get a third in midfield, which I think is sort of better. Or you could do this sort of like a 3-4-3, which I know Amrin used to do. So I think something needs to change. It doesn't really suit the system. Like the players don't really suit the system at the moment. Yeah, Kobbie Mainoo needs to start being started. He's an unbelievable talent. Sesko, something needs to happen because this brother is not fitting in at the moment, and I think that's because, is it down to the players don't trust him? They've not gelled well enough. Because Mbeumo, to me, whenever I see him, it just seems like he wants the ball and wants to be that person himself. Like he wants to score, he wants to take people on, which is good. But is that also then taking away from what Sesko can do? Perhaps, but yeah, I feel like I said Man City played very well. Like they took the foot off the brakes. They put the foot on the brakes, after a while, and then yeah. So that was a roundup for this window, and then obviously next week. Bear in mind, so we've obviously got Champions League midweek, which is going to be great, like it's Newcastle playing. But then next week you got the likes of the Merseyside derby. Got the likes of who else is a good game here? Man United Chelsea. That's going to be a good game. Obviously, but we've got Bournemouth. I would like to say we're going to smash them because I mean Bournemouth has looked good, to be fair. So you never know. We're going back to Eddie Howe's old place, but I think we will smash them with this. Sunderland Villa. I don't even know what to say about this because Villa's looked horrific. I'm hoping that they step it up this game. And Arsenal City, which is going to be an unbelievable match. And I think City, again, is going to do a lot better than what people are going to give them credit for. Either way, guys, I will catch you guys on the next one. Hoping that Visser is okay and comes back from his injury and doesn't get injured again. Otherwise, we're going to have a bit of an issue. But back to it. VAR, officiating, refereeing, all of that jazz needs to get sorted because it's had an absolute howler. And again, stuff like this will affect the end of where people finish because say we beat Chelsea to Champions League spots by 1 point or something, they would have had 3 points from the Brentford game. So it's like, I know it swings and roundabouts because we get dodgy officiating quite a lot as well, like we did, like I said, with the elbow and stuff. But yeah, you need to try and as a rule, try to score as many goals, concede less, so you can take the possibility of stupid refereeing and dodgy decisions into it. You need to try and take the everything you can into your own hands. So yeah, either way, Erling Haaland's an enigma. This man will never stop scoring. He's literally bagged in 5 goals in 4 games now. He's probably going to get a hat-trick next game. Who knows? I mean, imagine he did that against Arsenal. Crazy. Either way, peace, guys. Hope you have a great week. And up the 2 against flipping Barcelona. Let's smash them up.